What is up, guys? It's the Design number 1 here. And yes, if you're looking at the thumbnail, yes, it's happening. The series is being brought back. And what better way to bring it back than with one of the most famous and beloved villains of the Dragon Ball Z story. But why is he up against Metal Sonic? For what reason? Why are we doing this? Well, if you guys watch our previous video of us explaining why this is happening along with all the other videos, you will remember that this video is in dedication of the voice actor of Cell, Dale Wilson, for he provided the voice of this famous character. So to commemorate his memory, we will see how his character stacks against characters that are similar to him and show the amazingness that is Cell. So, Supersonic Studios, are you ready to find out the answer to the ultimate question between Perfect Cell and Metal Sonic? Who would win?
Let's discuss this, shall we?
You guys already know how this series normally works. You've been here before, but let's go into a quick and easy description of how this works. We talk about these characters' stories, then we go into their stats, and we compare their stats to see who will win.
That's the name of polite. Win.
So, brief description, keeping it short. Cell is the perfect being of the world of Dragon Ball, created by the scientists of the Red Ribbon Army, Dr. Gero, created using the combined DNA of some of the greatest warriors to ever grace planet Earth. Goku, Krillin, Tien, Master Roshi, Frieza, Piccolo, many great warriors, all with powerful DNAs, all implanted into Cell's body. He wouldn't be perfect yet. When he finally hatches, when he finally grows, he must absorb his brother 17 and his sister 18. Once he does, he achieves his perfect form and becomes the ultimate being. He achieves this form, and he becomes Perfect Cell, with incredible power to be able to obliterate the solar system. He challenges the heroes of the world to a game he knows as the Cell Games. Sadly, his story goes down in history being beaten by Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, but Cell lives on as possibly the most famous and beloved villain of Dragon Ball. The only villain more popular than him is Frieza. But then again, it's Frieza. What do you expect?
Well, Cell and Frieza are pretty popular. There's not much you could do about it.
That's true. So that is Cell's origin story and brief description. So tell us, Albert, what's Metal Sonic's?
Oh boy, where do I begin? Metal Sonic is the ultimate creation that Dr. Eggman has created. A robot that is capable of matching the speed of the fastest thing alive, Sonic the Hedgehog.
So what happened through Metal Sonic's life?
Well, it started off in CD, where we have Metal Sonic make his debut in it. He races Sonic against a speedway, which, is being followed by Dr. Eggman. Ultimately, Metal Sonic gets defeated when he crashes into the door that closes onto him and gets obliterated by Dr. Eggman. But this wouldn't be the last time we would see Metal, though.
Oh?
He would later reappear in many games, just as being the main antagonist of games like Knuckles Chaotix, where he has returned into the series, and even became the final boss of games like Sonic Fighters. But let's focus on just something a bit more important to the character, though. The Sonic Heroes game, where he has become the powerful Neo Metal Sonic, who is capable of copying the abilities of different organic beings out there, including the ultimate life form, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Sounds like Metal Sonic got a bit of an upgrade.
And speaking of upgrades, when he fuses himself with the 7 Chaos Emeralds, he becomes a powerful dragon-like beast called the Metal Overlord. But he doesn't get to do too much with that form as he gets defeated by Super Sonic.
So unfortunately, that was his demise. Now he does make some appearances in later games, but I don't know which ones are really him. The Metal Sonic we see in Generations is actually classic Metal Sonic, so that's not really him. And the other time we see him is in Forces, and that's not even him as well. That's a illusion created by Infinite. So technically speaking, Heroes is the last time we see Metal Sonic. Unfortunately.
In terms of games, though.
Oh, in terms of media, he returns a lot. So, now that you know the story, let's get into the stats. So, tell me how strong Metal Sonic is.
In game, Metal Sonic is quite an impressive robot. He can survive and match up blows with characters such as Knuckles, and Canada, and is able to travel at light speed, much like Sonic. And due to him being a robot, it is most likely that he also knows every single bit of martial arts that there is. And I mean all of them. That's not where this stuff ends here. His durability is incredible. He can survive blows from most hero attacks, but lasers though seems to be the only thing that can really damage him. His powers and special moves includes electricity and chaos energy. His chest laser, he could be able to use chaos control, fire different kinds of missiles, mouth laser, ice bombs, and flamethrowers. His transformations include his Neo Metal Sonic form and Metal Overlord form, making his power level roughly about at least multi-solar to galaxy.
Dang, he is sounding pretty impressive with that list of abilities. So let's see how that stacks up to Cell. As you guys might remember from the last time I talked about Cell, Cell was able to destroy a meteorite that was literally twice the size of planet Earth. Like, he literally stopped it with a single hand. He literally just clenched his hand and the whole thing shattered. Meaning with a single hand, Cell could destroy Earth easily. And that was one-handed. If he had used both, he could probably destroy more. Which shows Cell's strength is incredible. In terms of speed, boy is he fast! You know how most Dragon Ball characters are easily faster than the speed of light? Well, with the fact that Cell and Goku during their fight, where they were going ridiculously fast, speed of well over 366,000 times the speed of light. Yeah, hey guys, Future DB Sonic here. Yeah, there was a bit of a problem. I don't know how I came to over 360,000 times the speed of light for Cell. I literally have no clue how I came to that number, ever. So, yeah, after doing some recalculation and figuring it out properly, yeah, it turns out Cell's a lot faster. How did I figure this out? Well, let's start from somewhere where we know we can do some power level comparison. We know characters like Raditz can dodge light speed based attacks. His power level was 1200. Using Raditz as a base level, we know every character from there would be stronger and faster than Raditz. So what's the last highest power level we had? Unfortunately, according to the Daizenshu, the last power level we had was in Namek with Goku. Super Saiyan Goku at a power level of 150 million. Knowing this, I divided by 1200, giving us a speed level of 125,000 times the speed of light. Knowing this, I did some further calculation. We can roughly say Goku maybe got 2 times stronger since the 2 years it took him to get back to Earth from planet Yardrak up to when Trunks shows up. Because Goku knew he was strong enough to beat Frieza again, and he was pretty confident he could beat King Cold as well, and Trunks beat both Frieza and King Cold very easily, and Goku not only matched Trunks' power, but seemed to exceed it. We can then multiply Goku's power level by 3 for the 3 years worth of training he received to prepare for the androids. That put Goku's power level up until when he fought Android 19 at 900 million. Pretty good number, but how do we get further from there? How do we know what Goku's Zenkai boost is from the heart attack? Well, we fully don't, but I can figure it out. Goku's power level while on Namek was originally 180,000, and it rose to 5 million, which is roughly a 28 times increase. So if we use this as a baseline for Goku's Zenkai boost from when he gets gravely injured and seems to recover miraculously from near death, we get a new number for Goku's Super Saiyan power level up until before he goes in the time chamber. This new number is 25,200,000,000. And how much stronger does that get? Well, we can safely say Goku got 2 times stronger while in the time chamber, making this new power level number at well over 50 billion. And assuming Goku got a little bit stronger with the regular days of training he had with Gohan, which wasn't much, I don't want to say Goku got a lot stronger, but he did do some small bit of training through the couple of days. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, based on the calculated numbers I have, Goku's power level rises to 50,500,000,000. And we know, based on their fight, Goku and Cell were practically even in terms of speed, strength, and power. Some argue Cell was stronger, but it was fairly obvious if Goku wanted to, he actually could have won the fight. A lot of fans have agreed on this, that Goku could have won. Now, did Cell get any stronger from when Goku gave him the senzu bean in order to fight Gohan? I don't want to say he did, because he wasn't hurt to near death enough for it to take much effect. It just, reduced his injuries. However, Cell did have a near-death experience where Goku tried blowing his head off with the Warp Kamehameha wave. Knowing this, I think Cell got a pretty decent Zenkai boost. How much? Well, it couldn't be too much, because I think Super Saiyan Gohan and Super Saiyan Goku were roughly the same power level. Knowing this, Cell's Zenkai boost wasn't much. Probably a 1.5 times increase. Now, plus Cell's power level, if it was originally matching Goku's at 50,500,000,000, times it by a 1.5 increase from the Zenkai boost, Cell's new power level is 75,750,000,000. Which, yes, I know sounds a lot stronger than Goku, but again, we don't know how much more power Goku was holding back during the fight. And we know for a fact, when Cell got revived from his self-destruction, he had a power increase similar to that of Gohan's, meaning he got a 2 times power increase, because he said it was similar to Gohan's, and Gohan's power increase was from Super Saiyan 2, which is a 2 times multiplier. Putting Cell's new power level at 151,500,000,000, which doesn't seem too far-fetched, because certain fans actually believe characters during the Buu Saga were in the trillions, so this doesn't seem too far-fetched. Knowing this number, we can divide it by 1200, and Cell's new speed number is 126,250,000 times faster than the speed of motherfucking light. Holy shit, he's faster than originally what I put. How on earth did I ever get 360,000? Where did I originally ever get that number? So, yeah, ignore that a number from like the old video of Cell vs. Shadow, or previously when I spoke about his speed. This is Cell's new speed calculation, and it is insanely fast. So yeah, future notes. Enjoy them. Which is redonkulously fast. And in terms of martial arts, Cell pretty much knows them all. He knows all the martial art fighting styles of, all the greatest heroes on Earth. He knows the fighting style of Piccolo, who knows fighting styles from, also from Earth, but he also knows fighting styles from being a Namekian because of Kame. And he knows how Frieza fights because he has his DNA. So you could technically say Cell knows almost all martial arts on Earth, as well as the fighting styles of 2 different alien races from other planets. In terms of durability, oh boy, he can take a literal beating. And here's the crazy thing. If you do not destroy Cell beyond the cellular level, like we're talking like you need to go to the atomic level to fully vaporize him. If you're not able to do that, and I mean hit every last inch of this guy, who by the way stands at a staggering 7'2". If you can't destroy that, then Cell can regenerate from the single nucleus of a cell. Something that's practically microscopic. He could grow his entire body back with all the memories and powers, and he comes back stronger. As you guys should know, because this is Cell we're talking about, his power source is Ki energy, which is a life force energy. And seeing how Cell has practically near infinite stamina, that kind of implies he also has infinite ki as well. And it was kind of implied he does have infinite ki in the manga. As Cell stated himself, my power seems to be unlimited. And with the power of ki, he can do abilities such as the Kamehameha Wave, which he can go into the Super variant. He can use his most powerful variant, which he used against Gohan, the Solar Kamehameha. He can use other moves from other people such as Tien's Tri-Beam, Piccolo's Special Beam Cannon, Krillin's Destructo Disc, Frieza's Death Beam, Tien's Quadruplication Technique, but he has some of his own techniques. He has the All Clear, which is a move where he creates like a shockwave of energy that basically, well, clears whatever's in his way. He has the Perfect Shot, where he literally fires a pinpoint accurate energy beam directly at you. And he has a trademark combo, which, of course, is called the Perfect Combo. And the reason it's called that is because every attack hits in perfect succession, like nothing is wasted, nothing is exaggerated. It is the pitch perfect combination of fighting attacks. He can also absorb people's life force if they're organic, and he has the ability to self-destruct. And his self-destruction is so powerful, in fact, that we know it can not only destroy Earth, but it blew up King Kai's planet, which was a planet with 10 times the gravity of Earth, which means it had 10 times the density, and from previous calculations with other characters that destroyed a planet similar to that made his self-destruct a dwarf star level explosion.
You want to know something that's really scary about that? He was only in his semi-perfect form when he did that. If he was in his perfect form, it would have been much more powerful.
Oh yeah, instead of dwarf star level, that explosion, if he was in his perfect form, that would have destroyed a lot more. In fact, that explosion alone caused darkness in the world of the other world, which, according to the official Daizenshu, which explains how the other world works, the other world is not supposed to have darkness. But that explosion caused a literal blackout in that area where King Kai's planet was. So it temporarily broke the rules of the reality of Otherworld. So imagine what more it could have done if it was in its perfect state.
It's crazy to think that he could even survive that self-destruct move and in the same process.
In his perfect state, he doesn't really have any new transformations apart from him becoming incredibly large and bulky, which can increase his power a lot, but it makes him very, very slow. So it's a literal trade-off, power and strength for, well, being slow and sluggish. We know he's a solar system level character, as literally he stated in the manga, this Kamehameha Wave will destroy the solar system. But here's the thing people don't realize, and this is what makes Dragon Ball Z villains more powerful than people give them credit for. It was stated that if Cell could not be stopped, if he was not defeated, the entirety of the galaxy was at risk. Which means he was a galactic level threat. So, with all this information, how do these two stack up against each other? Off the bat, it sounds like Metal Sonic starts off in terms of power stronger than Cell, with the fact that Metal Sonic is a multi-solar system level being. But if you guys know Cell well, like we do, we know that's not going to last very long. Like we said, if Cell cannot be destroyed on the atomic level, he'll come back stronger. So he'll go from solar system level to multi-solar very fast. And if Metal Sonic keeps managing to push Cell to his limitations to keep regenerating, yeah, Metal Sonic is only going to make Cell stronger. Which is funny, in terms of physical strength and speed, Metal Sonic is outmatched. Sure, don't get me wrong, Knuckles is a very strong person. His punches have been able to cause volcano eruptions, break boulders, dig through the toughest rocks, and if you count Sonic X as being canon to the games, even though technically it isn't, but fuck it, I'll use this example. Even if you go to the extremes of that anime, Knuckles has been able to punch the moon, which is a pretty impressive feat of strength. But Cell being able to destroy a meteorite twice the size of the Earth with one hand, that just makes him exponentially physically stronger than the Metal Sonic. And Metal Sonic can only go up to light speed level. The fact that Cell can go faster than light can track, that makes him way faster than Metal Sonic. And sure, while Metal Sonic might have knowledge of all martial arts on planet Earth, there's the thing, so does Cell, and he knows martial arts of fighting styles of 2 different aliens from different planets, meaning he knows more. And we know how smart Cell is. But I know what some of you are thinking, but DB Sonic! Metal Sonic's can be powered by a Chaos Emerald. Couldn't I just make him more powerful than Cell? Well, yes. You have a good point about that. But counter-argument, with how strong Cell is at the very start, at least physically, and with how fast he is, one accidental punch to Metal Sonic's chest could literally knock the emerald out of him, and we know Metal Sonic all too well to where his power drains fast. Like, he uses it way too much. Whereas Cell, his stamina is practically infinite. Sure, Metal Sonic could just keep trying to get the emerald back, but yeah, he's literally not fast enough to do so. So while Metal Sonic does start off in terms of power stronger than Cell, but in terms of speed and physical strength, Cell is far, far greater than this tin can. Now I know you're thinking, but wait, what about Metal Overlord? Wouldn't he be physically stronger? Yes, you could argue he's physically stronger, as yes, he is able to survive a few blows from Super Sonic, but we don't know how much effort Sonic does even when he's Super. Because, well, as we know, Sonic loves to hold back even when he's quote-unquote going all out. And I know what you're also thinking, but what about the Chaos Control ability? Metal Sonic cannot do it to the same extent Sonic and Shadow can. He can only slow down time, he can't actually freeze it.
Plus, if I remember correctly, he can only do it if he has a Chaos Emerald. Without that, he can't access it.
And again, like I argued, if Cell knocks it out of him, that ability is gone.
There also is the good chance that Cell was powerful enough, he could actually shatter the Chaos Emerald.
Now I know what some of you are thinking, but wait, that's never happened before. True, but if some of you didn't do your research, according to none other than Takashi Iizuka himself, originally in Sonic Unleashed, the Chaos Emeralds were supposed to be destroyed, not turned off. Yeah, I know, complete shocker, right? They were supposed to shatter, not just, turn black. So yeah, he has stated that in that game, and technically speaking throughout the lore of Sonic, that even though the emeralds are very powerful gems, they can be destroyed. And with someone as strong as Cell, sure, he can never match the power the Chaos Emeralds can because, well, have you seen the power of the Chaos Emeralds? They're kind of fucking bonkers. But here's the thing, even if Cell can't break it, who's to say as soon as he knocks the emerald out of Metal Sonic, he won't just, keep it? And we know Cell's masterful enough to fight one-handed. Or hell, he doesn't even need to fight one-handed. He can clone himself and let his clones fight Metal Sonic for him. And even if he does have clones, what else can he do? Cell Juniors. Cell can literally create his own army. And now to bring up another counter-argument some of you will bring up. But what about the possibility of mind control for Metal Sonic? Cell is an organic being. He's not a robot. No part of him is mechanical. So Metal Sonic cannot use the metal virus. He cannot mind control him. There is no way for Metal Sonic to take control of Cell. Cell is organic.
Actually, it's something that we also do need to bring up. Even if we would use the metal virus as like an attack for Metal Sonic, it can't damage Cell at all because he's immune to stuff like that.
Because of Frieza's immune system, and Piccolo's regeneration ability, and the Saiyan's ability to adapt to certain environments, Cell's practically immune to any and all viruses and ailments, meaning this guy will never, ever get sick, literally proving he is the perfect being.
And although Metal Overlord can be a pretty powerful form that Metal can be able to use to beat Cell, there is one thing that Cell can do that might actually give him the win against Metal Sonic. Self-destruct move. That's gonna kill Metal Sonic no matter what form he's in. So, yes, Metal can regenerate from a certain nanobot technology. Cell can regenerate from cells, which are smaller than that of nanobots. So his regeneration is superior to that of Metal Sonic.
Not to mention, the nanobots can only do so much for Metal Sonic until he loses too much power to even fix himself. So literally, Metal Sonic fully relies on the power of a Chaos Emerald to give him his infinite, endless energy supply. Without it, he is just a ticking time bomb of slowly depleting energy. Now I know some of you are going to say, but didn't Cell get tired from fighting Goku? Yes, that is true. Cell did get tired from fighting Goku, but we knew he could have kept fighting without that sensor beam. And I know you're thinking, wait, what do you mean we know? Oh boy, this just proves none of you pay attention. Toriyama himself stated in the Daizen show and in multiple interviews, Cell didn't need that sensor beam to keep fighting. He could have still kept fighting after just a couple minutes of rest. So literally, Cell doesn't need to eat or sleep. His stamina is unlimited. Even if he fights an opponent worthy of pushing him to his limit, he can keep going.
He's just that perfect. This perfect Cell.
He's literally the ultimate killing machine. Which is ironic because, well, he's based on the T-1000 from the Terminator movie.
Which was described to be the perfect killing machine.
Irony!
Irony. Terminator.
So unfortunately, guys, I know you're thinking, wait, you're actually going to say Metal Sonic loses? Yeah, I love Metal Sonic, don't get me wrong. His abilities are vast, and uses similar abilities to the Sonic characters would give him an interesting edge. And even if he could copy some of Cell's abilities, Cell has more than just one ability. He has multitudes of abilities. And there's the secondary problem. How would Metal Sonic be able to copy Cell's abilities if he can't do them? Cell's abilities are based on ki. There's no ki in the world of Sonic. Their power source is chaos. Unless Metal Sonic figures out to do a supplement with chaos energy, I don't think he's going to be able to do it. And even if he did do something like, I don't know, copy the Kamehameha wave, which would be awesome, just think about this. Metal Sonic does Kamehameha wave. It hits Cell. Cell regenerates. He's stronger. What do you think's gonna happen?
Cell's gonna beat him.
And technically speaking, Cell has faced a really strong and ultimate robotic being before. Android 16 was technically fully robotic. He wasn't a regular android like 18 and 17. He was fully cybernetic. And Cell beat him literally twice. He beat him when he was semi-perfect, and he beat him as Perfect Cell. And as Perfect Cell, he literally didn't even have to do much. He just literally swiped his hand across him, and 16 turned it to pieces.
Some people are going to try and bring up the fact that Android 16 tried to use the self-destruct move on Cell, but Cell said it himself that a mere explosion won't be enough to defeat him. And we clearly see that when he does the self-destruct move, and he regenerated from that.
So I'm sorry to say, guys, if Metal Sonic starts off technically stronger than Cell in terms of power, in terms of physical strength, speed, martial arts, abilities, the constant regeneration, the constant improvement because of the Saiyan DNA he has, his resilience because of the Frieza DNA, his regeneration because of Piccolo's, his intelligence, his wit, and just like everything Cell has at his disposal makes him just too much for Metal Sonic to handle. The only thing Metal Sonic could do to get a possible win is if he uses Chaos Control to slow down Cell and use his Giga Laser from his mouth as Metal Overlord to blast Cell. That's the possible only chance he has to win, because that mouth laser is described to be powerful enough to destroy things at the subatomic level. So, which, yes,
And
could
that's
kill
like-
Cell, but that is one chance. Cell has multiple chances to kill Metal Sonic because of one very big problematic reason. What did we say earlier?
And well, yes, although we are fans of the Sonic series, we still gotta give Cell the win for this fight.
Yeah, I'm sorry Metal Sonic fans, but Metal Sonic, at least from the game world, just doesn't stand a chance against the canon version of Cell.
Yeah, he sadly isn't that powerful. Now, will we make another video on this? Discussing about the comic book version of Metal Sonic? Yeah, we should. Because I think the comic book version might actually have a good chance at beating Cell.
But what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Please like this video. If this video gets at least 5 likes, not only will you see the part 2 battle where we bring in comic book Metal Sonic against Cell, but you will see the rest of the videos to come. So to answer the question of who will win between Perfect Cell from the canon of Dragon Ball Z and the video game version of Metal Sonic, the winner is Cell, the perfect being. So thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to Join the Hedgehog, say Nation today. Follow Supersonic Studios on all of his social media and his YouTube channel. Say goodbye.
See ya.
See you guys in the next video. Stay awesome, and as always, Dragon Fist. Hiya.